Okay, today we're going to fill up some of Vicky's Kongs, and we're going to use carrots. So far she's only had her Kongs with peanut butter, and we're trying to encourage her to chew on them, which she hasn't too much. And also we put her kibble in this one, and she just kind of rolls it around like her treat ball and gets it out, but that's pretty easy. We did try it once where you put the kibble, soak it in water, and then freeze it, but I had to squeeze the Kong and get it out. So I want to try something a little in between, and she's been chomping on us quite a bit, so we're hoping at the use of carrots. Carrots are nutritional and don't really have much calories, so it'll be a good chew for her and also give her some vitamins. So I'm going to start with this one. This one we've only put peanut butter inside for her to lick, but she hasn't been chewing, so I thought maybe a carrot. We'll see how that works. If it'll go in the ends. Okay, it looks like that one's not going to be long enough. And I don't think she's strong enough to pull that out, so I need one that's kind of in between. Since this will be kind of start. We'll see about this one. This looks a little thinner. Okay, I think she'll be able to pull that one out. So we'll try this one's longer, but it's kind of fat, so maybe I'll just put one in and just have it sticking out, because this is going to be our first time with this. And then since I don't know if she'll like carrots or not, she doesn't seem too particular. We're really just, since we're doing a lot of training, we're just giving her treats. I mean, no, we're not. We're giving her kibble for her treats. That's what I meant to say. So, and she's been getting a little peanut butter to get her to want to chew the food. Sometimes you have to train your dog to chew. Okay, so there's the bone type, and these are all puppies. So the puppy ones come in blue or pink, and then the red ones are the regular. And if you're those, you want to switch to when they're older. And then I think what I'm going to do, because I don't think she's really good enough with the frozen stuff yet, I'm going to try putting her kibble in here for tonight. So we don't really give her food in her ball, or in her bowl right now. So we're kind of having it for her to play with, and we also use it when we're doing training so that she can play. And you want to make sure, if you're just getting a new dog, it can be a new dog or a puppy, try to hand feed them first and not really use a bowl to start with, because you want them to realize that the food comes from you. Otherwise, you could have a dog that's really protective of their food bowl, and every time you try to hand feed or put food in their bowl, or if someone gets too close to their bowl, they might think, hey, I'm protecting it. Okay, I haven't done that. So I think what I'm gonna do is stick some, see if I can stick some in here around the carrot to hold it in there. I'm learning too, because our last dog wouldn't chew on anything, but she didn't really chew furniture. I think there was only one shoe she ever chewed on. Okay, that seemed, oh, it's still not holding it in there. And again, like, I don't know how much she likes carrot or will like carrots. I've never had problems with dogs liking carrots, but most of ours have been chew hounds. So I'm going to try to wedge some kibble in here and see if that'll hold the carrot in there a little tighter. She's not really, besides clothes, she's not grabbing things to chew on, so I'm hoping the carrots will help with that. Plus, like I said, it's okay, it seems to be staying good. So I'm going to put some peanut butter on here too. And she's 11 weeks old now, so she could be chewing a lot because of her teeth. So we're hoping that's part of it and that she'll diminish. But since I don't know, I'll put a little peanut butter. Now, if you get peanut butter for your dog, make sure you get one that says all natural. Check the ingredients, because if it says low calorie or low fat especially, it's probably got xylitol, which is a sweetener, instead of regular peanut butter. So make sure it does not have xylitol. It's also good if you can find one that doesn't have any sugar. I'm going to wipe off the peanut butter here. Well, actually, I guess it won't matter. So we got this one new for her. We've had peanut butter. I need to get a toothbrush to clean it better. So I'm going to see if we can cut the carrots out and put them in wedges in there. See if that'll work. So I think if I cut it this way, I'll make sort of a triangle, and we'll see if that'll fit in there. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to make it smaller. And of course the Kongs, they also make different sizes. I think we got a small, because our puppy is really just, it's not really staying in there. So maybe if I turned it the other way, I was thinking the triangle, it would go in there better. Okay, so that seems to stick, so it looks like if I put this slide like this down, then it's staying in more. So I thought the triangle part would go in, and it's actually the wider part that seems to be working better. I might space them apart a little. I'm gonna guess it's not gonna really matter if I fill it completely. If some are easier, maybe that will be better. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some. It's a little flexible. I want to make it so it's not too hard, because this is the first time she's gonna have this. And she's really smart, but she's 11 weeks old, so I think she'll get frustrated pretty easy if she doesn't have success. It's kind of like, I'm not a dog trainer, but it's just like kids. When you teach with them, you don't want to introduce something that's too frustrating for them, but you want to make it challenging enough that's fun. Of course, with a lot of dogs, this is food is a high motivation. Now we're gonna phase out. I don't like giving her too much peanut butter, but we're really working on not chewing, and she hasn't really chewed on her Kongs too much. And we're kind of limited right now on what we can give her for chew toys, because she's only 11 weeks old. A lot of stuff is too hard for 11-month-old, because you don't want them, they do have sharp teeth, but they're not strong, so you don't want them breaking their teeth any more than we'd want to break her teeth. And that's why right now, actually, vets are saying not to give your dog a bone. I know we used to. I mean, don't give them bones that'll splinter. Unfortunately, with our first dog, we learned that because my dad gave her, I think, some rib bones, and I think their idea was, he grew up on a farm, and they just always give all the leftovers to the dog. I don't know why they thought that they could handle that, but even if your dog is used to different things, I don't mean it's good for them, because yeah, some dogs may have eaten bones for years and nothing happened. Well, there's plenty of veterinarians that can tell you how many times that dogs get a hold of things that we have grown up thinking is safe for the dog, but it really isn't, because there's been a lot of incidences with dogs swallowing things and having their air passage blocked, or chewing things up. It has sharp edges, like bones might tear up their insides, and then end up having an expensive vet bill to get the bones out, and possibly your dog won't survive. It will have injuries. So we were very fortunate when our first dog had some rib bones, and I'm sure it cost a lot to fix. I was only about 6 at the time, I think, so I don't really remember the details on that one. So from then on, we knew, okay, let's give them hard bones, which was the accepted thing back then. That was in the 70s. So yeah, you would give them a clean, sterilized bone that was very hard. And our second dog liked that too, but the problem with really hard bones is your dog could chip their teeth or break their teeth, and you all know how painful that is. And then if it's their adult teeth, it's not going to grow back in, just like us. And of course, cracking your teeth would be very painful. Okay, I'm going to see how she likes this, and I'll film this so you can. This is the one I'm going to give her now. And then this one I'm going to put in the freezer, because if she is teething, the cold will help. And I'll also put the other Kong in the freezer. So my sister has them in Ziploc bags so we don't get peanut butter all over the freezer. That's the idea of no one having the dog's food right next to our food necessarily. The coldness, if her gums are bothering, the cold will help with that. And there's lots of other vegetables you can give your dog. Just make sure you check with your vet. There's a lot of things online that say, but I would definitely make sure that you know for sure that it's safe, because there are so many people foods that are not safe for dogs. Be very careful when you get anything that's for humans. They cannot have garlic, they cannot have onions. That can cause some very serious damage to your dog. And some of these things could kill your dog. So you want very plain, bland food. Trust me, the dog will like it whether it's bland or not. We think it has to be fancy and seasoned. You don't want to give your dog salt. I mean, it's really sad that you see so many obese dogs because they're obese because of their owners. Because, we have control of what they get. Yeah, you may have a dog that's a chow hound, but if you don't feed him more than he should be getting, then he's not going to get overweight. Okay, so this seems to be working pretty good. Some of them aren't sticking as good, but I think it'll be better for her on her first time that some of it sticks good and some don't. Just like you can see, she is not chewing the Kong, but she's getting the carrots out and chewing the carrots. So this seems to be like a little puzzle toy for her. Get the treat out and chew on it, which is what we want. We want to stimulate their mind, give them exercise. And with any dog, they love to chew. But especially with the puppies, with them teething, they need something to chew. So this looks like this is going to work really well for her. So if you have a really chompy puppy, this might be something for you to try. Too bad it won't work on kids if you have those kids who don't like vegetables. Which is funny to me, because when I was growing up, I love the vegetables, but I didn't like the desserts too much, depending on what it was. But if it was cake, I usually wouldn't eat it. I even remember having a birthday cake I wouldn't eat because it had too much icing. Okay, well, it looks like this is probably going to be a 5-paw review on carrots and Kongs with a little bit of peanut butter. Okay, well, this will give Annette a chance to go look at some recipes and cookbooks to think of dinner for her tonight and actually my lunch. And we're hoping she'll take a nap.